everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today, and we are going to be looking for the next positive incoming energy your way. Okay, I did skip out on doing the shorts last week, and they were going to be affirmations for you, so we definitely will be seeing that sort of energy in this reading today anyway. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that, and we're really close to having enough subscribers to be drawing that free personal reading. So if you haven't entered that already, make sure you do leave a comment on one of my videos so you can go in the draw to enter that to win a free personal reading. Okay, today we are using the Oracle of the Fairies. I also have the True Love Oracle, and the Lenormand deck I'm using, we have the Terra Lenormand. Okay, so starting us off, you will see me taking timestamps as always, guys. So starting us off today, we are going to have Aries. Okay, Aries. Incoming positive energy for our Aries. Incoming positive energy for Aries, please. I'll grab both your oracle out from both decks, and we'll go from there. Incoming positive energy for Aries. Incoming positive energy for our Aries, please. Firstly, we have precious time. You can see that fairy looks a little bit like David Bowie, guys. Gotta love that. It is a feminine energy there, but she does look like David Bowie, in my opinion. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other people's time either. Okay, so experiencing the moment, living in the moment, making the most of the time that you've got on this earth, and not wasting anyone else's time either, because we do see emotional freedom there. So quite a lot of you may not be feeling like you want to be tied down to anything, and you're really just sort of making the most of every moment and enjoying that freedom that life has got for you at the moment emotionally. All right, so you're not there's this aspect of being able to really express yourself and chase your dreams at the moment, Aries. We have abundance coming through for you as well. So that one says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Okay, so I do feel that some of you, there may be an increase in your financial situation. A lot of the time that does talk about finances when we see the abundance energy, but for a lot of you too, I feel like this is having an abundance of time to just be yourself and express yourself, be creative, and expressing your emotions, and allowing your emotions to run free, and really I feel for a lot of you with this emotional freedom, I do feel as though this is you sort of feeling the need to share your emotions in a few ways as well. I do see here with this, we have the Pegasus in that card, as well as the little bunny and the owl. So it's kind of like the Pegasus is talking to the little bunny. So I feel like you, Aries, are the Pegasus, and there's this little bunny that someone around you that you're wanting to express to this person your emotions to them, that you find them soft and cute and fluffy, and we do have the owl there, which a lot of the time the owls do represent conversations. So I do feel as though you having a conversation and expressing your feelings towards this little bunny without feeling that you have to restrain your emotions. We do see the stars at the top there as well, which does talk about, wishes. So I do feel as though you're wishing that you want to, share some emotion with this little bunny energy. We don't know who that little bunny might be for you, Aries, but we do see there's a connection for you here. So we do have connection. You probably can't tell in these cards here, but We also get quite a lot of imagery in this particular card as well. We do have the little banner around this couple, you know, and it's filled with love hearts, but also music notes. So you and this person may be very strongly connected to music between the two of you. There may be certain songs that remind you of this person. We do see an envelope on the on the table there. So once again, communication, you know, expressing that you do feel this connection with this person. We have the palm trees, which remind us to, you know, sway with the breeze, enjoy the moment, just sort of enjoy that opportunity to dance and sway with the breeze there, listening to music with this person, maybe having a few drinks with this person. There may be a specific memory that you're having with this person, you know, where you have been sort of sharing drinks, having a bit of a dance, you know, and just enjoying the time that you're spending with this person. I feel as though there's a lot of emotion connected to that moment, whether this is an upcoming moment. We are looking at incoming energy, but I do feel for some of you, this is a past moment that you're reflecting upon here as well. But we'll delve into the lenormand as well. Okay. Upcoming, incoming positive energy for our Aries. And some of you, that may also be, you know, that connection with yourself and the connection with your own emotions. Okay. We do see the book coming through for you here. So that kind of feels like, you know, there's been some stuff. There's been some stuff, Aries, but we're ready to start new chapters and ready to make the changes necessary in order to have our story the way we actually want it. We do see the scythe coming through after that. So that does talk about making sudden changes, you know, breaking free from past chapters of your life and entering into the new chapters of your life here, especially when it comes to, you know, gaining happiness. We have the sun coming through as well. So, you know, there may be some things coming to light about the changes that you're needing to make for yourself. I feel as though, you know, for a lot of you, the biggest change that you may be needing to make has got something to do with this emotional freedom. So you may have been somebody who in the past, part of your story, part of who you are is you know, not expressing your emotions in a very, you know, free kind of way. But we're sort of making a sudden change and deciding, do you know what, I'm not going to have the things that I want come into my story if I don't change that. And you know, once again, though, we do see, you know, that book energy, you know, I'm getting a strong energy here of communication coming through and wanting to share your story a little bit here, Aries. So that may be being revealed for you in the near future here, but also, you know, seeking happiness. Okay, the pursuit of happiness here for you, Aries. This is, you know, making these changes because you know that ultimately it's going to bring you a lot more happiness in order to, you know, by having those changes in your life here. It's going to allow that abundance, that happiness to shine on through for you. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, Aries. But for now, we will... And obviously, don't forget to leave a comment to go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But we will move over to our Taurus. How are we today, Taurus? Okay. Incoming positive energy for Taurus. The incoming positive energy for Taurus, please. I'm grabbing all the oracles out in one go, and then we'll move over into the lenormand after. Okay. Incoming positive energy for Taurus. Oh, Aries just had that same one. Firstly, we've got inspiration. That one does say, be prepared as you will soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. And I'm kind of seeing straight away what you're being inspired here, Taurus, is that we saw this for Aries, the emotional freedom card, as well as self-respect. All right, so your inspiration is coming in the sense of, you know, you're finding that you're inspired to, you know, be a little bit more open with your emotions here, to be a little bit more free with your emotions, because it's all about respecting yourself, Taurus. That, you can't respect yourself if you are not honest and truthful about your emotions here. And so I do feel as though part of you respecting yourself is, being a little bit more open and upfront about your true emotional self, being a little bit more free with your emotions, not holding back, feelings of love and those sorts of things. We also see the lost and found fairy here. Okay, what was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help find things we never even realized were lost. So I do feel that for a lot of you, this is, once again, connecting to you finding that inspiration to delve into your self-respect here, and finding your own sense of self-respect all over again, finding your emotional freedom, and being able to release those emotions and not hold them within yourself here, Taurus. So I do feel as though that's what you're sort of finding here, is the ability to express your emotions in a very free kind of manner, and in a way that's very respectful to yourself. You're respecting that, yes, I feel this. You're not hiding from it. You're acknowledging it and being free and open and honest about your true emotions here. Okay, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Incoming positive energy for Taurus, please. That's a very interesting energy here, Taurus, because I'll show you all three at once, because we have the clouds, we also have the child, and then we have the masculine at the end there. So the masculine and the clouds are sort of encompassing this child energy here. And the clouds and the masculine do have quite a lot of in common with the energy that they hold. Okay, so we do see that the clouds is all about your thoughts and the way that you overthink things. And the masculine, that they're very logical and reasonable in the way that they approach life as well. So they tend to be very non-emotional. We don't necessarily judge gender in the lenormand here. It really just talks about that sort of stoic kind of reserved energy. So we do see, on both sides of this inner child here, we see the clouds and then the masculine. So very sort of reserved, non-emotional energy on either side, whereas the child is kind of the complete opposite. That's someone who's, just very free and adventurous and, optimistic and thinks the best, and life is an adventure. Like, you think about how children are, and they're like, I'm not going to hold back on my thoughts because, I'm a child. I express, everything that pops into my head, regardless of whether it's logical or not. Children are very expressive in emotions. Emotional regulation is something that we have to learn as children, and it's trying to break free here. I feel that, with that in the middle here, I do feel as though it's trying to break free from, this other energy that you've got here, Taurus, that's holding that back a little bit. Your logical self is trying to tell yourself, don't be so silly, don't be immature, don't, hold back. But you're overthinking it, definitely overthinking that with the clouds there at all. Overthinking that is going to bring you more anxiety and lead you to some sort of confusion here. Sorry if my video is lagging. I'm just sort of seeing that in the viewfinder there, that it is a bit laggy. So I'm very sorry about that. But I feel like this is that emotional freedom, allowing yourself to express your inner child and not hold it back anymore, going and doing something free and just allowing yourself to be free and playful and really embrace your optimism for the future here, your sense of adventure. And we do see with that inspiration and lost and found energy, it does appear as though that's coming back to you. And you're just going to have a moment where you this child breaks free from the clouds and the masculine energy, and it really helps you. So I feel as though that's the next big incoming thing for you here, Taurus, is going to be, this moment I do feel like it's a certain moment of inspiration striking where you're like, that's it. I don't care if I'm being silly. I'm just going to, do that anyway. And it's actually working really well in your favor, and it's going to bring a lot of positive energy in for you, Taurus. So don't hold back that little child inside you. All right. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that personal reading. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. I'm just going to pause so I can fix that lag, and then I'll move on to Gemini. Okay, hopefully we fix the lagging issue. So we're going to move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, the incoming positive energy for our Geminis. Incoming positive energy for Gemini. Going to grab out your oracles first, Gemini, and then we'll move into the lenormand. Okay, Gemini. Incoming positive energy for Gemini. Starting off strong, Gemini, we do see friendship coming through for you here. That one does say, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So definitely seeing that energy of, needing to surround yourself with friends at the moment. We do also see the creativity card, as well as chivalry coming through here. So I feel like that chivalry energy is connected to the friendship stuff. So, standing up and being strong for your friends, being chivalrous to your friends, behaving in good intention, good faith towards friendships. Some of you creating new friendships, I'm getting there as well. And maybe, I'm kind of getting, I'm seeing with the creativity, a couple of friends and I, we do like to sometimes do like art days. So that may be something that you may want to do, something like that with friends, have a meeting with some friends specifically to, get the creative juices going. Whatever creativity you're sort of involved in there yourself, it comes in lots of forms, obviously. But maybe it's something along the lines of, joining some sort of new group that follows your interests. So if you're someone who likes gardening, joining a gardening group, and expressing your creativity while also nurturing bonds of friendship at the same time. I'm really getting that message for you there, Gemini. We also have the moon energy coming through. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So it is a pretty hectic time astrologically at the moment with, we have the Mercury in retrograde as well as a bunch of eclipses. We've just had the lunar eclipse, and now we're coming up to the solar eclipse here. So, that energy is pretty crazy at the moment. So you may be feeling, a bit of effect of that, but surrendering to that and knowing that you can find peace within whatever energy is going on around you here, Gemini. Okay, so we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Gemini, incoming positive energy for Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, we do firstly see the birds. All right, so that really does talk to me about conversations. So when we're seeing that friendship energy for you and that chivalry energy, making sure that you're maintaining a neutral sort of standpoint within conversations and, coming from a very chivalrous, respectful place when you're having conversations with people, especially new people. I do feel as though there is a conversation that's going to be coming up for you in the near future here, that it may not feel very important in the moment, but I am seeing the lily coming through there as well. So, there may be an emotional connection formed during this conversation. This conversation may be about something very, close to you emotionally. Some of your vulnerabilities might be a little bit exposed here, Gemini, but it's actually going to create a lot of things for you in the long term. It's definitely a positive energy here long term for you. So it's kind of that vibe of you know, just saying, you know, having a random conversation with somebody and something gets brought up just in the conversation, and you know, this has a long-term effect, and you know, that you may not even realize as it's happening. So you may mention something to someone, and then, you know, months later this person is like, oh, Gemini mentioned something about that. Oh, I'm going to go and talk to Gemini about that. And because I do see opportunities coming from this conversation, but they may, you know, it's that vibe of the conversation is happening very soon, but the opportunities may be in the future that are actually, it's all stemming from this one little conversation, which may seem totally innocuous when you're having this conversation. It may seem totally, you know, random, not to do with anything, but in the future here, it's going to open up some new opportunities for you with that key. The key unlocks all the doors of possibility for you. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities there, and every door that unlocks, the success is on the other side. So it's definitely leading to long-term successful opportunities for you. But I'm just sort of feeling that you may not even, it might just be one of those conversations where you're just like having a random conversation with somebody, you think absolutely nothing of it, and then, you know, months from now, you're realizing that conversation actually had a role to play in something else that has happened in your life, or some sort of opportunity that has presented itself to you there. And you know, very, very interesting, but it's obviously going to be bringing out some positive stuff for you. But I feel as though, you know, with that chivalry and friendship, that it's important for you to just maintain respectful conversation with any conversation you're having, even those random innocuous conversations. Make sure you are, you know, coming from a very respectful standpoint with positive intentions, and it's going to really pay off for you in the long run. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. But for now, I will move on over to Cancer. How are we, Cancer? Okay, positive. What's the incoming positive energy for our Cancers? Incoming positive energy for Cancer. I'm grabbing out both oracle decks, and then we're moving into the lenormand after. Okay, Cancer. Incoming positive energy for Cancer. Just a side note there, Cancer. I just had a weird taste in my mouth, and it's just it was only fleeting, but it's like I can't quite pick the taste, but it's just making me feel as though Cancer, someone out there has some sort of mouth issue, teeth issue, mouth issue. I'm just feeling that there's a need to get that checked. Okay, Cancer. That's totally random outside of the reading we're doing today, but if that's you, and you have been noticing some issue with your mouth, your teeth, please go and get that checked. Okay. We have for you here purity. Okay, Cancer. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answers to your questions. All right. We also have go outside. Yours is actually feeling very similar energy to what we saw for Aries. I've got one of the same two of the same energies popping up. But it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are, and feeling at one with your habitat. So you know, finding that purity in nature, and opening your heart up to the joys of nature, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what the nature has got to bring for you at the moment, enjoying that. You know, there's some sort of peace and purity in all nature. You know, we find those beautiful sunny days, they help us feel, you know, rejuvenated and warm. But then those, you know, the cold, the rain, it's got its own beautiful sides as well. You know, very cleansing with rain. There's just some sort of cleansing energy in nature for you at the moment, Cancer. We do see abundance for you, Cancer. So a lot of incoming positive abundance. So, a lot of the time the abundance does really talk about financial abundance. But I feel for a lot of you, this is, a wealth of abundance just in general, whether it, across all aspects of your life, not just financial increases. It's also, increase in happiness, increase in love in your life, all that positive stuff. There's just an abundance of positive energy coming your way here, Cancer. We do also have connection coming through for you. So I do feel for those of you where you are single, that those two are joining together for some of you, that you may have an abundance of potential connections around you at the moment. Even those of you where you are in a connection already, with romance and love, I feel as though there is still this abundance of connections around you. There may just be a lot of opportunities to, make new friends and strengthen other connections around you, strengthen the connection that you are already in. This is also, that energy of just spending quality time together, that you see the couple there just dancing. We've got music notes floating around them, just sort of dancing, swaying with the flow of life a little bit there. So, opening your heart, looking inside your heart, and you will find the answers to your question here, Cancer. But we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Okay, incoming positive energies for our Cancers. Incoming positive energy for Cancer, please. Oh, definitely seeing a lot of stuff incoming for you. We do definitely have incoming energy coming through here. Firstly, we've got the heart. Okay, so once again, that connection and abundance of love for you to be tapping into around you at the moment, whether that be platonic love or romantic love, there's definitely this energy potential of connections, strengthening or being formed around you, especially with, love-based connections here as well. Once again, though, it's directing me to read that card again, that purity energy. Trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answers to your questions. So, strong heart energy for you at the moment, Cancer. Because I'm seeing here, this is like a cave, the abundance card, a cave full of gold. And this is like inside of yourself here, Cancer, this abundance as well. You're manifesting a fair bit here. I feel as though this is you manifesting some stuff as well. But like I'm getting drawn to the idea that cave inside you is your heart, and your heart is full of gold. And the more that you're opening up to that, and letting that outside of yourself, and communicating that from that loving energy. We have the letter there, which is all about communication. The more that you're communicating that to others, the better things are going to go for you in the near future here, Cancer. We also have the Rider. So once again, incoming kind of energy. That's good news on the way. So we definitely are seeing a lot of positive communication on the way. Definitely could be an actual like communication headed your way. That is sort of good news, allowing you to open your heart. You're opening your heart to this communication. Definitely feeling for a lot of you, it could be love-based communication. You may be communicating with some of these people that you're in these connections with, and really strengthening those connections. It's definitely a really opportune time for you at the moment, Cancer, to be strengthening connections. And Cancer, you guys are one of the signs that are most affected by this retrograde and eclipse season that we're experiencing sort of currently. And I do feel that after April the 8th, after that eclipse, it's creating a lot of transformation within you, Cancer, where you're able to connect more to loving energies around you. And it's just feeling like there's a huge bounty available to you. You're able to manifest, a lot at the moment, Cancer. And especially after the eclipse on the 8th. So if you haven't received that communication by then, open up to the purity of your own heart, and you'll start receiving the things that you want to receive. You'll receive the communications that you want to receive. Okay, and those communications can be, all forms of communication. I'm even getting, for some of you, it may just be sort of telepathic communication between you and somebody as well. Just in the energy there. Very interesting, Cancer. But, I'm just really getting this energy of you, if as long as you're reminding yourself to come from the heart and act from the heart and speak from the heart, everything is really going to, turn to gold for you, Cancer, in the near future. Beautiful. I love that for you guys. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we'll move over to our Leos. Okay, Leo. Incoming positive energy for Leo. The incoming positive energy for our Leos. Grabbing all the oracle out for you. Leo, incoming positive energy for Leo. I'm already seeing the word magic twice here, Leo. So, this is looking good so far. We have magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say that you can bless others too. So you're surrounded by protection at the moment, no matter what's happening in your life at the moment. There is this positive, protective kind of energy coming through. And it's kind of it's really asking you to, look around and see the magic in your life, especially with the Believe in Magic card as well. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are a part of nature and you are magical too. So when I do see this card, it does sort of show us that you're able to manifest whatever energy you're wanting to at the moment here, Leo. So being very aware to, really come at things from a positive mindset at the moment, because, we manifest what we're what our energy is. So if like attracts like, so if you're in a very magical, everything is magic, everything is possible, I'm looking for the beauty, I'm looking for the love, that's what you're going to attract. Whereas the opposite is also true, that the more negative stuff going on for you in your own emotions and mindset, the more likely you are to manifest the negative stuff coming true as well. So just be aware of that, Leo. I just felt that important to let you know there. But a lot of magic around you, Leo. You're really protected and magically at the moment. So some of you, if you are someone that believes in magic in that sort of a sense, like you're into witchcraft or those sorts of things, it's a strong time for you at the moment, especially with this eclipse coming up on the 8th. Okay, so keep an eye out for that if you're a magic user, but and exploring your creativity as well. We have creativity coming through here. So doing things in a way that are creative for you, that they're not the traditional way that you might do things, doing things just a little bit differently and being creative and trying new things and trying things in a new way, being creative with it. And then, artists, what's the phrasing I'm looking for there? The artist liberty. So I'm kind of seeing someone here, especially, I am seeing someone who's a magic user, and doing spells and that sort of things. And so if you're, undertaking those sorts of things, be creative with it. Take some artistic liberties and change it to suit yourself and your own creative flair. You are very blessed at this time to be able to do this sort of stuff and manifest the positive sort of stuff. So as long as we're looking at positive energy, because this is incoming positive energy, so as long as we're being creative in positive ways, go right ahead and just put your own flair on that, whatever that is for you. That it may be different things for different people. Doesn't necessarily mean you're doing spell work or anything like that. This could just be, being creative with the way that you're cooking or things like that. Trying something new. We also have commitment coming through for you here, Leo. So, with the commitment card, quite a lot of the time we do talk about, romantic love. I'm feeling, though, for you, Leo, this is talking about committing to a positive mindset and committing to yourself, committing to the things in your life that are positive, and you're sort of making some positive commitments to yourself that, I want to change this about my life. I'm going to change this about my life. Those sorts of commitments. Commitment to yourself. All right. We will have a look in the lenormand as well. Okay. Incoming positive energy for Leo. Why are we seeing that for Leo, please? Why is that a positive energy for Leo? Okay, so I am seeing something pretty specific here as well. We firstly have the birds, which that's reading just as a conversation that's about to happen for you here, Leo. This conversation, it is with a fox energy, and it's going to leave you in this feminine energy where you're feeling a little bit emotional. It is going to be an emotional sort of conversation. Some emotions are going to be brought up here, but remember that you do have blessings. You are protected at the moment with whatever's going on in your life. To be completely honest, when I've asked why this is a positive for you, we've gotten the coffin, okay, which talks about endings and new beginnings, death and rebirth. This is allowing you to transform your life, and it's something that has ended in the past, I feel, for a lot of you. This is closure. Okay, this conversation is closure for you here, Leo, in some sense. So for a lot of you, this is going to be some sort of romantic situation from the past where you're finding closure with that person in the near future, having a conversation with this person, for closure to help you move on, help you be reborn into a new cycle for yourself here. The fox energy is generally someone who's very independent, self-sufficient. Sometimes they can be that energy where they'll say what they need to say to get what they want out of the situation. They do tend to be a little bit selfish in that sort of independent way. There's somebody that they probably sell themselves up a lot. The fox is a very clever kind of trickster energy. So this is somebody who, it can sometimes be a little bit manipulative, somebody that plays games, and, they can just be a bit of a player. The interesting thing with the fox is it's not generally in negative intentions that they do this. It's all about them, their own survival, focusing on their own survival first and foremost, and serving themselves first, before taking other people into consideration, which, it does seem very selfish in some lights, but at the end of the day, this is how they know how to survive. Okay, but you're having a conversation with this person, in light of, I feel like this is in light of closure, or that is the end goal for you here, Leo. That is the end result for you, regardless of how that conversation goes, what emotions that stirs up in you. The result of that, and the reason that happens is for some sort of closure within you, some sort of transformation to happen for you. So it actually does turn out to be a very positive thing, even though we are seeing that there may be, emotions at the forefront during or just after that conversation takes place. It may be a little bit emotional for you, but in the long run, it is definitely, to help you start new cycles in your life. So ultimately positive. Okay, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Incoming positive energy for our Virgos. Grabbing the oracles out first. I'm like, you just saw me shuffle that, right? It's so weird to me sometimes where, This is a 44 card deck, and nearly every single card I have drawn has been repeats from the sign previously. You have just gotten one of the cards came out just in Leo's reading, and then the other one that I've drawn for you straight away there was from Cancer's reading. So if you do have strong placements in either of those, you might want to check that out as well. Okay, Virgo. It just never ceases to amaze me that, you know, no matter how well I shuffle, the cards that want to come out are the ones that come out, even if it's the exact same one that's just come out for somebody else. Okay, Virgo. Incoming positive energy for our Virgos, please. Some of you may be on the cusp as well. Okay, so we are seeing the magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say that you can bless others too. Okay, so a lot of magical protection around you, spiritual protection around you at the moment. We do see the life purpose card as well. So I do feel as though for some of you, with that saying you can bless others too, that there is, you know, you're protected in exploring your life purpose spiritually at the moment and how you can help others with your, you know, by following your life purpose and you know, I'm just getting that there's something spiritual going on here, Virgo, where you can actually safely kind of explore that at the moment and explore ways that you can use your spiritual gifts to help other people. All right. So I'm hearing Reiki. So that may be important for somebody here as well. That life purpose card, you know, you can see that there's this beautiful light shining from her heart space. So that's all about, you know, finding your inner guidance and following it, following the purpose of your life here. For a lot of you, that's a very spiritual thing coming through here, and it's letting us know that you are very protected to be able to explore that at the moment for yourself. You know, and I do feel that there has been some stuff going on for you here, Virgo, because we do also see reparenting yourself. So this is where, you know, things that you may have learned in childhood, you're now kind of realizing that, do you know what, I need to, you know, pretend that I'm my own mother and go back and relearn something. You know, reparenting yourself. Sometimes it's got to do a lot of the time with, you know, when we're hurt and emotional and things like that. Sometimes things come up within us that we're realizing that, hang on, we react to love or we react to hate in a certain way, that we've kind of, you know, we've done that our whole lives. And so that's what we're used to. And then as we get older, we sort of realize, you know what, I don't want to act in that way all the time. And so there's the need to somehow reparent yourself and relearn something that you know, it may just be the way you are, or you know, something that you tell yourself, that's just the way I am, or that's just what, you know, that's how I've always done this. But you're kind of realizing that, do you know what, even if it's the way I've always done this, even if that's just a part of who I am or who I've always been, that doesn't stop me from going back and changing that and relearning new ways to, you know, act and behave and you know, counteract that core belief. A lot of the time it is to do with core beliefs as well. So you can go back and, you know, it takes a long time to reparent yourself, but it's, you know, it's part of evolution and growth within yourself. If there's something about yourself that you don't you're not happy with, you may want to go back and change the root of that learning system within yourself. We also see go outside, Virgo. Being an earth sign, you guys definitely should be feeling this one hitting home. It's time to go outside, tune into the powerful piece of nature wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. So there is the need for you to connect to the earth at the moment. I do feel that that's coming through very muchly with that earth sign vibe, where it's connecting to nature, grounding yourself at the moment. Okay, so definitely the need to ground yourself at the moment. You know, connect with nature, get out in the garden, go for a walk down, you know, went on a bushwalk with my son the other day, and it was lovely. Something like that. Go and, just walk around a pond, or, walk through an area with lots of trees. Go and sit under a tree and read a book. Something along those lines, Virgo. It's going to help you find that peace of mind and help you, get to the core of your reparenting stuff. Okay, incoming positive energy for our Virgos. Incoming positive energy for Virgo. Clarify why we're seeing that third card, please. Clarify why we're seeing that third card. Firstly, we have the bear for you here, Virgo. So that's all about nurturing. That's that mama bear energy. So you're really embracing this parenting yourself energy, where you're, going back and nurturing the parts of yourself that you want to grow and maintain a stronger belief in or with, relearning something within your core here, and nurturing yourself, protecting yourself, looking after yourself. We're definitely seeing this energy of you being very protected at the moment, and protecting yourself as well. This is you having strong boundaries, standing strong in your power, really standing strong that, I know this is part of my purpose in this lifetime, and, I'm going to stand strong and firm and nurture that life purpose within myself. We do see here the dog energy, and that's coming through with the clouds. Okay, so there's something to do with, the dog is all about loyalty, compassion, understanding. And this is something that's very strong on your thoughts at the moment, is this issue of understanding and compassion. I'm feeling it's mostly the understanding and compassion for yourself. And once again, that reparenting yourself. You're kind of starting to really, think things through with the way that you do have compassion for yourself, the way that you do understand yourself. You're really focused on that at the moment. And because we do see the moon clarifying that clouds energy. So, your intuition is drawing you to this, and it may bring up some emotions within you. You may be, looking, thinking about the way that you deal with certain emotions when it comes to being compassionate and understanding of the way that you deal with emotions and things like that. So but it's coming through as positive energy that's coming up for you here, Virgo. So it's really going to help you do this reparenting yourself thing, and get yourself to a much more evolved version of yourself where you want to be. Okay, I feel as though for a lot of you, this is it's core issues within you yourself that you really want to look at, and kudos to you, Virgo. That's a great energy to be in. All right, and so it's definitely going to bring some good energy through for you as well. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But for now, we'll move over to Libra. Libra, incoming positive energy for Libra. Incoming positive energy for Libra. Finally get some new cards. Been seeing a lot of repeated energies today so far. Libra, incoming positive energy for Libra. And I bet you one of these is a repeat. I'm feeling it already. Yep. I knew it. Okay, so Libra, firstly we have stargazing coming through for you. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about a situation, about your situation. So the need for you to sort of, take some time to just sit outside at nighttime and just watch the stars. I'm kind of getting, with this card, I do always get this energy of, wish upon a star kind of energy as well. That, that if you just go and, catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, I'm getting that as well. So there's something to do with wishes being fulfilled as well for you here, that there's a need for you to, just focus on your wishes is kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting those stars representing. Even though I said it, I'm feeling that it's less about looking at the actual stars, but more about looking at the stars as though, the stars are representation of what you wish for. Okay, Libra. So gazing into your truest desires, gazing into your wildest dreams, gazing into the things that you wish for. So putting them under the microscope a little bit for yourself and really working out exactly what it is that you do wish for and the things that you do desire. We do have the garden coming through as well. So the garden, it's a very interesting energy. It can be a very social energy, talking about meeting places and somewhere very restful and positive. Once again, a similar kind of energy to that stargazing where you're, just taking time in nature to just enjoy, the stars or enjoy the garden that you find yourself in. But I am feeling that this garden, it's more about nurturing those wishes. You're gazing off into the stars, finding, this is what I wish for, this is what I desire. And then with the garden, what do we need to, grow a garden, get those flowers to bloom? We need to water it. Firstly, we need to, put the seed in the soil. Putting the seed in the soil, you're creating those seeds here with that stargazing card by really asking yourself, what do I desire? What do I wish for? That's you planting the seeds of this garden. And now it's time to go through and start to water those seeds and nurture them and grow them into full-blown flowers and full-blown trees and a full-blown garden for yourself. So there may be multiple wishes that you're sort of looking at here in the future, that you're wanting to, really start growing for yourself. So I feel as though, with incoming positive energy, this is you spending time just nurturing the things that you want to nurture in your life. And, it all starts by you actually sort of saying, this is what I want. This is the long-term goal. And here's you. This is how I'm going to get it. Taking those small steps and just taking it very slowly, but it's very positive energy for you here, Libra. We also see protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So this is not only asking you to protect yourself, but it's telling you that you do have a lot of protection around you. So, you are the one, in charge of protecting these dreams and nurturing this garden. If you don't protect those wishes and nurture those wishes, who's that on? Who's that on? It's not everyone else's fault. It's going to be your fault too. So you do need to protect those wishes while you're nurturing them, while you're taking those small steps towards them. Protection is very important, especially spiritual protection. Okay, so this doesn't mean that, because, the idea of a wish or a desire, it's not a physical thing. You can't have a wish inside a box in your hands, so it's a very spiritual energy sort of thing, that this protection as well. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that may be useful for some of you here, that with when I wish for this, I want this desire to come true for me in the future, I am going to nurture this and protect this. Even if it's easy for you to visualize that wish as a seed within you, put it in a pot in your mind and nurture it out. Make sure every single morning you go through and you think of that, oh, this is my wish growing in its pot. It's time for me to water that. And you just say to yourself, I affirm that this wish is within my reach. I am going to have this come true for me. And that is your protection. For the pot is the protection. And I don't know whether that was one of my lights or something just affirming that I'm on the right path for you here. But protecting that within yourself, within your mind, within your spirit. Very important. Okay. I feel as though that visualization may be really helpful to you, Libra. So maybe try to think about that. Or, literally put your seed in a box and, go in every morning and open it up and, pat it, whatever works for you on a visualization thing. We also have connection. So this is just enjoying the connections. I feel as though this is just enjoying the connections that you have in your life, platonic, romantic, otherwise, enjoying those connections and just swaying with the breeze, just dancing along to the music of those connections. It's going to be a very sort of, it feels peaceful. It feels like a lot of the connections around you are just, going to be very peaceful and nurturing and supportive and just, just going with the flow of those connections at the moment, Libra. Libra, incoming positive energy for our Libra. Incoming positive energies for Libra. We have the crossroad coming through firstly here, Libra. So for you, this crossroad card is talking about, it is partly, reassuring you that you are on the right path. Okay, so you are on the right path. But also it's asking you to kind of look at the path. We see this road under like a microscope here. So it's kind of asking you to look at the path that you're on, especially with this stargazing. We've seen the seed. We've seen you nurturing that. So we're wanting to make sure we're nurturing that seed in a way that is going in the direction we want it to go. Okay, so we've got the end goal in mind, keeping the end goal in mind and knowing kind of the path to get there. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm kind of seeing like, if you're at A and you want to get to B, you know that you have to walk this certain path. There's a sign guiding you this direction to B. Follow it and nurture that. Don't be over here nurturing this path goes to C, this path goes to D. Don't be nurturing things that aren't on part of your path. Don't be looking at the other paths. Putting your own path under the microscope here and being like, is this going to take me where I want to go? That kind of energy. Okay. We also see the Tower coming through here. So once again, I feel like this is reassurance for you that the foundations are strong. The foundation for you here is strong, especially in these connections, that we're just sort of going with the flow with these connections. The foundations are quite strong. There may be a need for you to take some time in solitude with that Tower coming through. But, overall, I just feel as though that's talking about, you're building up these things in a very strong kind of way. The foundations are strong. You're building strong foundations. While you're following that path, while you're nurturing that garden, keeping that in mind that you're protecting. What it can be like a fortress. You're protecting these wishes. You're building a fortress in your mind around to protect these and nurture these in the right direction for yourself here. All right. We also have the Snake coming through. So this is very interesting, to see some of these sorts of cards in the positive readings, because when the Snake comes in as a positive message, that incoming positive energy, for a lot of you, this is getting jiggy with it, okay? It does talk about physical intimacy, passion, desire, okay? So, while we're in that strong connections, if you are in a strong romantic connection, following the temptation to get jiggy with it and introduce more physical intimacy there, even if you already are, it may be feeling more connection through the physical intimacy at the moment, and that's coming through as a positive for you at the moment. So, there's definitely some positives for you in the physical aspects as well. Giving in to temptation, I want to say, for someone there, because that's someone, whoever that is for, that's for someone who's not in a romantic connection or a committed connection. That's someone who's single, but you've got this temptation of a physical, casual thing, and it's telling you may as well give in to the temptation. It's going to work out well for you. Okay, Libra. A bit specific there with that last little bit, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, but leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. I'm just going to pause for a drink and I will get back into it with Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, the incoming positive energy for you, Scorpio. I'm going to grab out your oracles first. Scorpio, incoming positives. Okay, and the other oracle deck, incoming positive energy for Scorpio. The incoming positive energy for Scorpio, please. Oh, wow. Okay. Firstly, we have purity, Scorpio. Okay, always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. Okay, so everything is love, 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 love for you at the moment. Coming from a place of love and opening up to love. We have love coming through as well. So definitely our heart placements, quite strong here at the moment, Scorpio, that, being pure of heart, being open to accept love and open up to love. I do feel as though for quite a lot of you, especially if you're a single Scorpio, there is definitely some incoming love connections for you, or a specific love connection. We do have soulmates card. Okay, soulmates can be about a lot more than just love, like romantic love. We do have lots of different soulmates in this world as well. So it definitely could be, opening up to that soulmate love energy between you and a friend, family member. But definitely, I'm definitely picking up that for a couple of you here, we're definitely looking at romantic connections. Okay, so we'll delve into the lenormand in a minute and see if we can get some more details for you. But we do also have the life energy. All right, the happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. So bringing to light within yourself, the aspects of yourself that, do still need some healing. I do feel for a lot of you, this may have to do with romantic love and healing. I'm getting that it's accepting love that you're struggling with, Scorpio. So maybe looking at the shadow sides of yourself when it comes to, anything love related here. What's stopping you from, allowing a soulmate to come in for you here? Because they're right there in your energy, ready to come on in, and we're seeing that as the incoming positive energy for you. So we'll have a look here with the lenormand as well. Okay, Scorpio, incoming positive energy for our Scorpios. Yeah, so we do have the cross coming through firstly for you here. So destiny's at play, definitely. This is also about you, keeping strong in the spiritual sense of yourself, and keeping the faith that you deserve love, that you can have love. It's coming in for you. There's a soulmate right there in your energy. Have faith in that. Okay, Scorpio, because we do also see with the cross that there has been some burdens that you've been carrying, and we are seeing the mountain coming through. So you're definitely carrying these burdens as obstacles or delays. So this is what's been delaying love showing up at your doorstep, Scorpio, is the fact that you need to face, these burdens that you've been carrying, especially when it comes to, love energy there. Once again, with that life energy card, reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. So that's what needs to be healed, that obstacle that you have, those challenges within you, that you've been carrying as a burden on your soul. Okay. But we do also see the coffin. So that's going to end for you. Those obstacles are going to end. You're going to be able to heal from that and move forward from that. This is death and rebirth, okay? The coffin is all about endings, bringing brand new beginnings for you. So, ending out, carrying those burdens, ending out those obstacles, just within yourself and your own healing that you've been carrying through, is going to bring you around into brand new cycles for yourself, brand new beginnings in love and romance and definitely in the love side of things, I feel, for a lot of you here. So definitely seeing new beginnings about to come through for you. You're about to be reborn into a totally brand new version of yourself, with a lot more love in your life. So if you're not prepared, get prepared, Scorpio. Bringing those issues to the surface and addressing those for healing to heal yourself from those issues, okay? But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, and do leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. Okay, moving on to our Sagittarius. Sagittarius, incoming positive energy for our Sagittarians. The incoming positive energy for Sagittarius, please. And the incoming positive energy for Sagittarius. Incoming positive energy for Saggy. Okay, so we do have inspiration coming through here, Sagittarius. That does say, be prepared as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So I do feel as though for you here, Sagittarius, this is inspiration for you to resolve some conflict. We have resolving conflict here. Resolving some conflict. It may be with somebody else. We do see the two figures in that card there. But for a lot of you, this is, being inspired to resolve conflict within yourself, within the way that you are approaching life in general, the way that you're approaching love, the way that you approach, all different aspects of your life, work, friends, family, resolving those conflicts within you that have been holding you back. Okay, and you're feeling very inspired to, it's kind of like this, just having a moment where you're like, oh, this is how I can resolve that conflict. This is what I can do to, fix that situation for myself. We also have fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Okay, so looking for proof in the madness, finding that inspiration, by observing. I feel like this is talking about observing, and what you're observing here, we have compatibility. Okay, so you're observing how other people are compatible and interact, and how other people resolve their conflicts, in order to learn how to do that for yourself, is kind of what I'm getting. That, if you it's the example of, if you are wanting a deeper love connections in your life, seeking out, people that are already in very compatible, loving connections, and just watching how they do it. Asking them, how did you guys meet? How did you work out you were so compatible? What happens when you've got conflict within this connection? How do you deal with that? And learning from observing and just it's got to do with compatibility. So I really feel as though it's got to do with, the way that people interact with other people. And that's what you're sort of needing to resolve, some sort of conflict within yourself, in regard to, the way that other people get along, as to how do you get along with other people. So putting yourself outside of your own shoes and just observing how other people do things, and then maybe thinking, oh, I could try that. Oh, that's that if I do that, this will help me. It's going to give you that inspiration to resolve that conflict within yourself or within your own relationships. Okay, Sagittarius. Incoming positive energy for our Sagittarians. Incoming positive energy for Sagittarius, please. Just clarify that first card for Sagittarius. Why is that incoming positive energy, please? Okay, so yeah, so the hidden energy, I'm seeing that this is changing. That's why it's come through. We do have the mice coming through here, with that clarified by the cross. Okay, so your spiritual connection to yourself, your sense of destiny has a purpose. Your sense of having faith that everything is going to work out the way you need it to is going to be able to help you change. This is something you've been stressing about. This is a loss that you have suffered, something that you feel was taken from you. I feel for a lot of you, this has got to do with a person. So this definitely it definitely could be that energy of like an ex or something like that. There's something that's lost to you, something that was taken from you. And you're overcoming this and changing this. You're no longer carrying this as a burden, or learning how to not carry this as a burden. You're learning how to deal with this and move on from this loss. Move on. Stop letting this stress you out so much. You're spotting. You're resolving that conflict within yourself. That's the conflict. The loss is the conflict within yourself. It may have to do with this fox energy. The fox is somebody who puts their own needs first, kind of energy. That they may be a bit of a player type energy, that you may have felt as though this person was playing games with you, or for some of you, because we're seeing the fairy spotting and the resolving conflict within yourself sort of energy and having that inspiration, you may be noticing elements of yourself that maybe to this person you seemed that way. Not saying that you are at all, but it's the fox is the energy of someone who, they say what they think that you want to hear, but it's for their own survival. It's not out of negative intentions. It's because that's the only way they know how to survive, and that's the only way they know how to look out for themselves. They're a very independent person, and you may have sort of taken everything upon your own shoulders and come across to others as though you put yourself first kind of energy, which, we need to put ourselves first in certain ways anyway, right? But I feel as though this is part of what has led to this sensation of loss, and this something was taken from you in the past, and you've carried this as a bit of a burden here. Having faith in yourself, realizing that, whatever if that's you, you did this out of your own survival. This is the only way you knew how to survive that situation. And then once again, looking and observing the ways that other people deal with compatibility and the way that they, resolve conflict within themselves and between them and others. It's really going to give you some sort of insight here, some inspiration to, maybe even change that about yourself if that's something that you're seeing within yourself here. all right, because we do see the stork, and that's talking about, you know, the idea of this stirs something within you and it gets brand new things going for you. It's that inspiration that you needed to sort of put into action some changes in order to resolve this conflict within yourself and move forward from that. Okay, so the stork really does bring in a lot of change, but it's you know it's really accepting these ideas, and you know, even if they're negative ideas within yourself, and you're observing this past negative stuff as you know, well, not saying that it's negative, but you know, the things that have, you know, been a part, had a role to play with what has now left you with this burden on your shoulders, this loss that you have suffered here. The idea of that, and how we could have, you know, been more compatible and resolved conflicts in other ways. You know, that inspiration, that idea is propelling you into, you know, stirring things up within yourself, and stirring up brand new energy for yourself, and getting things moving in a very positive way for yourself here. So ultimately it is a very positive thing. It may just be a little bit uncomfortable, okay? Resolving conflict within yourself, it's always going to be uncomfortable, right? So that's what we have for you, Sagittarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but I am just going to have a quick pause and move on to Capricorn. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But I'll be back in a moment with Capricorn. Okay, so moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, the positive energy coming in for you. Incoming positive energy for Capricorn. What do we have today? Incoming positive energy for Capricorn. Grab out both your oracles from both decks, and then we'll move on. Okay, Capricorn, incoming positive energy for our Capricorns. The incoming positive energy for Capricorn, please. Okay, we have wish wisely, Capricorn. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So this is definitely that energy of, you know, being careful what we wish for. Make sure we are wishing very clearly for what exactly it is that we're wanting, so that we're not manifesting something that it's like the universe saying, here's your wish. It's not exactly what you wanted. It's not what you expected that to look like. So being very careful about, you know, what exactly it is that we are manifesting, what we're wishing for. So, you know, using that wisely, and then also taking the practical steps to, you know, start you on that journey towards achieving those goals, having those dreams come true for yourself here. We also see shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. So, you know, this is coming through strongly with this card here as well, the chivalry card. Okay, which is all about, you know, acting in chivalrous ways, and you know, acting in respect, and having that for yourself as well, Capricorn. You know, shining from within, shining that chivalrous nature of yours onto yourself before anyone else. So acting, you know, very respectful and careful with the way that we're coming across, that we are making sure we are, you know, coming across as, you know, kind and chivalrous, rather than, you know, people not understanding this is how Capricorn is kind of energy. We do see that quite often with the Capricorn energy, but acting very chivalrous, you know, just little things, I feel, Capricorn. But it's all about being kind-natured towards yourself and respectful towards yourself more than anything. We also see compatibility. Okay, so that energy is actually feeling very separate to these other energies, although, you know, I am getting a tinge of that wish wisely. So, you know, when you are trying to manifest people into your life, do think about, you know, the compatibility that you're wishing for, the level of compatibility that you're wanting between yourself and another person, and not just between the way that you both get along with each other, but the compatibility of two different lives joining together. So, that's a lot of the time when we're, wishing for a partner or a person to come into our lives. It's not just about you and that person getting along. It's about your lives getting along and working together in sync as well. So, if someone is a night owl and you are a morning person, automatically we see that that's not necessarily compatible. So it's kind of thinking about the ways that you want somebody to be compatible with you and the ways that you're willing to, be more compatible with others in that sort of a sense as well. So wishing wisely when it comes to compatibility with others and what makes you compatible with others, shining that light from within, being very chivalrous and I feel for a lot of you, needing to start seeing that in return as well, seeing that going both ways, being compatible with each other's chivalrous natures, so if you're a very chivalrous, respectful person, you're needing to receive that as well. You're not wanting to be with somebody who, doesn't act in that same way, that doesn't give you the same respect that you're giving them. So going both ways there, Capricorn. Okay, incoming positive energy for Capricorn. Incoming positive energy for our Capricorns. Interesting. I do have falling from the deck there, the bouquet as well, which is all about that reciprocal energy, giving and receiving equally, not just giving all your beautiful nature, that light from within, but also receiving, in that sense as well, that compatibility. Once again, coming through there, wanting to fall out of the deck. But the main energy we're seeing here, Capricorn, we have the dog energy. Okay, so the dog energy, it's all about friendships and loyalties and compassion and understanding. I do feel for a lot of you here, this is compassion and understanding. So I do feel for a lot of you, the upcoming incoming, the incoming positive energy for you is within yourself for a lot of you, that shine from within. And that's where it's all starting for you here, Capricorn. And the positive energy that's coming up for you, a lot of you is going to be, having more compassion for yourself, understanding yourself, understanding that you do have this inner beauty that's trying to shine, that you do have this inner chivalry nature, that you are loyal, you are compassionate. You would be a great friend, a great companion to somebody, that you are somebody who does, extend that olive branch to people. And, once again, though, I am getting that you're needing to receive that in return here, Capricorn. Otherwise, that is not compatible with who you are. All right. We do see the bear coming through. That's kind of like the mama bear coming through today in a very nurturing, protective kind of way. And what that bear energy is protecting is the moon. So the bear is protecting your emotions and your sensitivities and your intuition as well. So really listening to your own intuition. It's probably quite strong at the moment, especially Capricorn. You are one of the signs most affected by this eclipse season. So, alongside Cancer, Aries, and Libra, most affected by this eclipse season. So, we do see that there may be some emotional sensitivities, some things that you're sort of starting to be a little bit more compassionate towards yourself and, protecting yourself emotionally from things. If you know that thing is going to flare up your emotional, self, you're being a little bit more nurturing and protective of your emotions here in a very compassionate way towards yourself, staying very loyal to yourself and looking after yourself here, Capricorn, which is beautiful energy for you. It's one thing to stand in that power of that bear. That is a very powerful card where we do sort of stand in our own power and we have strong boundaries. It's one thing to be in that strong sort of energy, but to use it in the compassionate kind of way is really beautiful for you here, Capricorn. And I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is standing up for yourself in some ways, because especially, with that with that bouquet wanting to have itself seen, I do feel that there's probably quite a lot of Capricorns where you have had a lot of experiences where you are the giver. You're the one that's giving that respect. You're the one that's giving, I can be compatible with you. But, in the past, you may not have had that in return. It may have been unequal. And now you're kind of, standing up for yourself and going, no, do you know what? I need that in return as well. I'm not going to, play Mr. Nice Guy all the time if you're not going to, have that inner light within you as well. We're not compatible, and you're standing up for that boundary, and that's a really positive energy for you to be standing in here, Capricorn. So that's coming through as the upcoming, incoming kind of positive energy for you, and sometimes that's the best that we can hope for is that those positive life lessons to from within to really shine through, and it seems as though you are taking steps here, Capricorn, and we will see with that wish wisely card, we do see that there are wishes that are wanting to come in for you. It's just a matter of really standing up for what you believe in, I think, Capricorn. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Do leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But we'll move on to Aquarius. Okay, incoming positive energy for Aquarius. The incoming positive energy for Aquarius, please. And grab your second lot of oracles out as well. Incoming positive energy for Aquarius. Incoming positive energy for Aquarius, please. Oh, I'm seeing two separate energies here straight away. I want to talk about it's come through as the second energy, but I do want to talk about this first. I feel as though this is important for you to be aware of. We have the Temptation card. Okay, so that one says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? The fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, no matter its guise. Okay, and I'm kind of getting an idea here of what the temptation is that's upcoming for you. It's coming in as a positive energy, but only because it's a temptation. Temptation does read as a positive energy, but we do have the Rainbow Reviver. Okay, so I feel as though that is what the temptation is. The temptation to revive something in your life, to go back around to something, to because you see the girl on the swing in this card. Okay, and what does a swing do? It goes up, and then it goes that way, but then it comes back to where it was. And that's what the temptation is here. I feel for a lot of you, this is, it can be a lot of things. So it can be like, past romantic situations, past friendships, those sorts of things being revived in some way, the temptation to, revive that connection. It can also be, opportunities that you're wanting to revive here, things that, because with revive, that does talk about something that has died in your life in the past. So it's kind of that temptation to go back to an old job because it's easy and you know your way in and out, and it's easier than learning the ropes of a new job. So you're tempted to go back to that old job, but you're forgetting the part where you left that job for a reason. You left that connection for a reason. Whatever that temptation is that's coming up for you here, Aquarius, there was a reason that has become past, and it's something that is in your past, and it's not necessarily current in your life. There's a reason for that, and I do feel as though I feel as though this is letting us know about this, because the upcoming energy, it's positive energy, because you are going to be able to resist the temptation here. and you're going to realize how proud of yourself you are for resisting this temptation. So I feel as though it's kind of just making you aware of that. So for some of you, that temptation has already happened, and you have already denied it, and it's asking you to actually hang on, go back and ask yourself, like, how did I resist that temptation? What is it that made me resist that temptation? And being proud of your accomplishment for resisting that. That it would have been very easy to go back and do that again, or have that in your life again. But there's this sense of accomplishment coming through with resisting that temptation. So if that hasn't come up for you as of yet, think about the sense of accomplishment that you're going to achieve when you realize, I said no to that, even though it was very tempting to just take the easy way out. I do feel as though that phrase, the easy way out, this temptation is the easy way out, regardless of what area of your life. This temptation is somehow, it's the easy way. It's the easy way out of something or into something. It definitely can be. I am getting that for some of you. It may be alcohol or drug dependency temptations as well that you have dealt with in the past and removed from your life, and we're tempted to go back to that because it's easy. When you're under the influence, you don't need to think, you don't need to care, you don't need to, all that sort of stuff. So I do feel as though for some of you, it's going back and making sure we're thinking back as well to, why did I leave that the first time around? Why did that end in my life the first time around? And really using that to avoid this temptation. You have the strength here. We're also seeing the inner child for you here, Aquarius. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So I feel like that may actually help a lot of you avoid this temptation as well, to distract yourself with a bit of playful energy, going and doing something silly and fun just for the hell of it, just to avoid that distraction. Something silly and fun. You can go to the park and just run around like a goose. You can, go and play with some children. If you've got children in your life, go and play with children, and let it all out of get it out of your system a little bit, so that you can deal with this temptation in a much more mature kind of way. There is the need for you to embrace that inner child at the moment, that sense of playfulness and adventure, and release that a little bit, just so that you can be responsible in other areas of your life is what I'm kind of getting, because it has come through with balance. We have yin and yang. Okay, so this is all about balancing. It's a balancing act for you at the moment. It's balancing where you want to go in the future with where you've been in the past, avoiding temptations that are going to take you back to the person that you were, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and balancing that out with that sense of playfulness, that sense of adventure for yourself here. You've got a lot of balance coming in for you. With the yin and yang card, it doesn't show itself often, to be honest. It's really balancing out all areas of your life, and you're going to be finding balance within yourself, which, who can ask for more? That's a great energy to be having coming in for you. So I really do like that for you. It's definitely a positive balancing energy, that everything in your life is going to sort of balance out, equal out, which the interesting thing with balance is good and bad are in balance as well. Okay, so it's embracing, the harder aspects of yourself, and, accepting those, as well as accepting the positive, good things about yourself, So taking a little bit of the good with the bad here, I'm kind of getting that, balancing out the bad stuff in your life, like that temptation, by the good stuff, that playfulness and going out and having fun. Okay, Aquarius. Incoming positive energy for Aquarius. Show us the incoming positive energies for Aquarius, please. That's amazing, Aquarius. I really like this for you. Okay, we have a wish coming true. We have the stars coming through there. On either side of that, we had the feminine and then the bear on either side of that. So what I'm kind of seeing here is this is what's incoming for you, is this opportunity to really nurture a wish that you've had or a desire that you've had, and you're nurturing the opportunity for this to be fulfilled. This dream or desire or wish that you're wanting. There's a lot of hope and optimism that shine bright with the stars as well. And with both these energies here, they're both very nurturing, protective energies. So you're really helping yourself nurture, nurture your true desires coming into your reality here. One of the ways you're doing that is by resisting this temptation, also embracing your inner child. It's balancing things out for you, and it's bringing a wish into your life, something that you've wished for coming into reality for you with that area there. With the feminine, it really does talk about this nurturing, more emotional aspect of yourself. So this wish may be something that is a little bit more connected to emotion here. And we do see with the bear that this is a very strong, powerful card, but I am getting mostly the nurturing energy from that bear energy, like the mama bear protecting her babies. But it's very strong. It's very important to have boundaries with the bear as well. So whatever this, you're having boundaries around your emotions and boundaries around yourself. But, I feel like that boundary is resisting this temptation. That's the boundary you're kind of putting in place for yourself here, Aquarius. And it's leading you to wishes being fulfilled, which, amazing. It's most likely an emotional wish. I'm getting that strongly, that for a lot of you, this is something that you're wishing, with emotion. It's something very close to your heart. Probably very loving kind of energy too with the feminine there. It may be a wish connected with, for some of you that may be actually connected with, if there's something in particular you're wishing about your mother or a mother role type thing, that's going to be coming true for you here, Aquarius. As well as, I'm just getting the general loving kind of emotion, like that unconditional love. So it may be romantic as well for some of you, but that's what we have for you, Aquarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Do leave a comment, and you'll go in the draw for that free personal reading. But we'll move over to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, how are we today? Incoming positive energy for Pisces. The incoming positive energy for Pisces, please. Incoming positive energy for Pisces. I'll grab your other oracle deck out as well. The incoming positive energy for Pisces. Incoming positive energy for Pisces. Moderation. Is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. It's not just about food here, even though it does specify that in the card, or very well may be for some of you here, but it's about everything in moderation. Allowing yourself that nice little treat sometimes, but also making sure that majority of the time everything is in moderation. So, if you've had that nice little treat, 5 minutes later, you're not going to go and have another nice little treat. You might go and have something healthy this time around, whether that be food, dependency sort of stuff like alcohol, coffee, all those sorts of things, exercise, emotional involvement as well. I'm getting for some of you here that, pacing that in moderation, that you're not needing to get overly emotionally involved, that you need to moderate some sort of behavior or something here. Okay, Pisces, it's all about self-respect. We have self-respect coming through here, and we also have commitment. So rather than, when we do see this card, a lot of people automatically presume this is talking about romantic love, but this is actually, in this reading, Pisces, this is you making a commitment to your self-respect, and to doing something in moderation, rather than, blast, 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 just one thing, moderating your behavior. Especially when it comes to things to do with your self-respect. All right, looking at yourself in a different way here, respecting yourself, and committing to yourself, committing to respecting yourself. Okay, and committing to shining from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. All right, so self-acceptance, making a commitment to love yourself a little bit more, Pisces, and that's really going to, bring through this positive energy for you. Once again, with moderation, of course, like if you are having negative self-thoughts, moderate that out with some positive self-thoughts. It's all about balance when we see the moderation card. Okay, so if you're, focusing on respecting yourself, all that sort of stuff, moderating that behavior, moderating all the negative self-thought. I feel, especially for you, Pisces, that, every time you have a negative thought about yourself, force yourself to think something positive as well. Commit yourself to that, okay? Commit yourself to some self-respect and loving yourself, accepting yourself just the way you are, good and bad. We all have parts of ourselves that are good and bad. We've all been through a lot of things, good and bad. So it's committing to respecting the fact that there has been both. Not just one. Your whole life has not been just bad. Okay, I'd be very pressed to find somebody who has legitimately had every single thing in their life is bad, because in my personal opinion, they're just refusing to see the good things that have been happening for them. Okay, it would be very few and far between, that's for sure. And as soon as you start accepting the good things, as well as the bad, the more that we can create more of those good things happening for us. It's all about moderation, okay? And honestly, if someone's had that many bad things happen in their life, there comes a point where the bad things happening become a good thing happening for this person, help them learn and grow and whatnot as well. Obviously, that probably would garner a lot of argument, but, I said what I said. Pisces. At the end of the day, we're reading incoming positive energy. So this is coming through as positive energy for you to make that commitment to yourself. All right. So incoming positive energy for Pisces. Incoming positive energy for Pisces, please. Don't mind me, Pisces. I've been consciously trying to enter into, my bad bitch era, where I say I say what I mean, not what I think is the nicest way to say things. I just say things the way that they need to be said sometimes lately. So sorry if people take offense to that. It can be a bit confronting. But we're seeing some really good energy here, Pisces, okay? Firstly, we've got the sun coming through. So when the sun shines, there is happiness, okay? A lot of happiness coming in for you. I feel like for some of you, there's something under this sun, okay? The sun sometimes brings things to light. What it's kind of bringing to light for you here, Pisces, we have the stars and the masculine. So for some of you, if you are someone that is interested in masculine energy, or not even, okay, it doesn't even need to be a romantic thing. Although for some of you it definitely is. I can kind of feel that for some of you this is a wish coming true to do with a masculine energy, that you may be wishing on a certain masculine. I don't normally read the gender, but it is coming up as a masculine energy. In that sense as well, that for some of you though, it's not for some of you, it's not a romantic thing. It may be like your father, that there's a certain wish that you've been trying to manifest, that, you know, just for example, you're kind of wishing, oh, I wish my dad had better health. And it's being revealed to you that that wish is coming true. Okay, so there is a wish that is about, or a desire of yours, a dream that is about to come true for you. It does have, you know, it's about to come to light that it's either coming, it's already come true, or it's coming true, or, you know, it's coming to light that it's within reach in some sense here. I do feel that for majority of you, this is outright, your wishes are coming in, your wishes are, here they are, Pisces, that wish is shining bright in your lap, that star is falling into your lap kind of energy. That, you know, stay hopeful and optimistic here. If you do have a specific wish regarding a masculine energy, whether it be, you know, brother, father, love interest, you know, all those sorts of things. Yourself, if you're a masculine as well, if there's a specific wish that you're thinking of when I say that, it's coming in, it's happening, okay, it's happening. So, you know, stay committed to your self-respect and your self-acceptance, because that is going to really help, you know, smooth the process and bring this transitional, you know, thing in, and bring this wish to your doorstep. All right. So I literally feel like for some of you, this is someone showing up at your doorstep going, hi, Pisces. So, you know, something definitely being revealed to you very, very soon. That feels quick as well. Okay. And there's a lot of happiness, a lot of wish fulfillment and desires coming through with that. For those of you with, you know, I'm feeling that maybe just for one or two of you, that's not actually masculine gender. That's just somebody very masculine. Okay, and you're gonna know. I feel like you already know. If you know somebody, or you're wishing for somebody in particular, and you're like, well, technically they're a feminine energy, but you know that that's a masculine. They're, you know, they're the big daddy somehow, some way. Okay, I'm just getting that. I'm just seeing a female that is the big daddy. All right. So if that's the case for you, you know, because that's kind of boss energy. All right. So for some of you, it may be like a female boss type person. Like, it doesn't mean that they are your boss. I'm not feeling that at all. I'm feeling it's more like family or friend or love for you all here. There's a specific wish that you have, a specific desire that you have in regard to this person, and it's happening. It's happening. It is happening. Keep me updated with all the goss, Pisces. I'm intrigued. Okay, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading, and I will see you all again soon.